myself, I never change, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty soul to treat me like a stain, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On the field today are two middle linebackers who will need to make plays in the pass and run game. It's the Panthers going up against the Eagles.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down, and the linemen, they're already walking back. Ten yards still left on second down. Cook following the penalty. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Throwing now is Wentz. And incomplete here on third down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Last week, or very next week.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off. just as we saw there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. On second down, Cook. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. But maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Here's Wentz to throw, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Wentz looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And look out. I think he's going to go. He will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
To throw is Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Now Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's second down. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Shotgun, he'll look to throw, and he slings one that's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Able to slither by. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. David Irving in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun. Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. David Irving in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Going right side here, and that's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it. But they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays. specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Wentz going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. We haven't even escaped the first. And he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start the drive with Cook. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From midfield, here's Wentz. And complete, right side to Cook. And now running right through it. A very solid gain of 27.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Down on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Throw left side complete. It's Bird. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. And tough starting field position here. First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
We'll bring it back to the 4-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Go get it, and that's exactly what they did.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2 unsuccessful. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Eagles. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes to see this guy play. When Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaq Thompson coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On play action, Wentz. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
.37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Watch you now, Barney. Here we go now. Philly, here we go.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's into the clear. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A great play there, 98 yards. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And that carry of 98 yards is now tied for the 2nd longest in NFL history.
Amon Green did it, I believe, in 2003 when he was playing for Green Bay.
Against the Broncos, I think.
And just face it, no matter who was running the ball, for that distance, give them some oxygen as well as the touchdown. What a play.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And that's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be knocked down sideways near the 42. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Dancing to his left. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
No, Jack, Patriot! Set! Green! Watch it now, Bart!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he's able to get out to the 32. Back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move back off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Fresh set of downs here.
No, check, Patriot! Hurry up, here we go!
Here's McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run it again with Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. On first and 10, here's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
To throw is Wentz. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
No, check, Patriot, here you go now. All right, now, look at 56,
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Detroit! Now let's go!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Leopard, here we go now.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Thompson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. David Irving in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
Successfully, I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this
Yo.
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is,
Yo.
guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Why they always put your starting defense on punt return? I hate when they do that.
I hate that jump, bro.
A big play there for the Panthers. 42 yards.
I don't want none of my starting defense players out there, man.
bro.
I hate when they do that.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
I wish I could. It was a way that I could take them off kickoff return.
Yeah.
Because then they be all, off kickoff. They be all tired and shit when it's time to actually perform, man. They won't let you do that.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
I see you kick somebody's butt over there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Field goal, punt, tie, special teams.
Back to throw here.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Hey, fat boy.
What's up, bro?
There's something wrong with your internet. It ain't strong enough to stream, man.
Is it?
Like every time I try to jump in your stream, I get like a world symbol and a little triangle. It never streams.
Wow.
You might have to call your providers. Something is going on with your stream.
All right.